Welcome back to Deathrattles Tuesday, where we're going through each of the Deathrattles in the Way of Kings. This is going to contain spoilers for Rhythm of War. If you've not read all of the Stormlight Archive, I would stay away from this video. We are looking today at the Deathrattle for City of Bells. This is Shallan's first chapter in the Way of Kings, and it is where she arrives in Kharbranth, the City of Bells. That is of particular significance because I do not think the chapter title City of Bells relates to Shallan. I think it relates to the epigraph. Let's read it. A man stood on a cliffside and watched his homeland fall into dust. The waters surged beneath, so far beneath, and he heard a child crying. They were his own tears. Collected on the 4th of Tanatus, year 1171, 30 seconds before death. Subject was a cobbler of some renown. Now, this is the first Deathrattle where I truly believe I know exactly what this is describing. This is describing Taravangian watching Kharbranth crumble into dust, whether literally or figuratively, whether that's because all of the people have been slain and, it's been taken over, whether that is because something cataclysmic has happened to most of Roshar, and that includes the city of Kharbranth. I'm unclear about that. But here's what I want you to think about. Number 1, chapter title is City of Bells. The man stood on a cliffside and watched his homeland fall into dust. The most logical connection there is the homeland is the City of Bells, a homeland which has a cliffside overlooking water. Taravangian, as of the cultivation's blessing, has days where he is described as having adult-like superintelligence and childlike intelligence. He is described as being like a child on his days of high emotion, low intelligence, mental intelligence, I suppose. The tears are his own because it's one of those moments where the cultivation Night Watcher blessing is causing him to be highly emotional, and he is seeing Kharbranth's destruction. Now, it is possible that this is seeing into that moment via the diagram, where this is Taravangian imagining Kharbranth being destroyed. But I think it's far more likely that this is Taravangian while being the vessel of Odium, or perhaps even after being the vessel of Odium. Perhaps he loses Odium in some way and now sees Kharbranth being destroyed, and he is crying his tears, and they are childlike tears. So that's where I think this one is almost certainly headed. There's also other possibilities. We see visions from Dalinar where he looks out over Roshar and it seems to be collapsing into dust. It's certainly possible. But given the connection between this chapter title, the epigraph, Taravangian being childlike while still being an adult, the tears being his own tears, I'm going to put my hat on that particular theory coming true in Wind and Truth. Now, if you'd like to know more about the Deathrattles in Way of Kings, I've got some previous videos in this series that you can check out. I'd love to hear your thoughts about each of the Deathrattles as we talk about them. I'll see you next Tuesday for Deathrattle Tuesdays, where we can wander through the Cosmere and find out.